back to back.
Back in Napoleonic France.
Ah, a bonjour.
Well, that's the first French thing I've heard from this film.
Est-ce que vous voulez un duel? That's what they say all the time, isn't it?
It's what they should have been fucking saying.
Non. Je ne voudrais pas un duel.
You should be a translator rather than a gardener.
Thank you. I actually got an A star for French in school. Just a little bit. And for Spanish. Turns out I'm really good at talking not English. Right, here we go.
What did you get in English?
I got an A, so I did better in the language I don't speak.
Well, I mean, they make English hard by being like, read this book. And that's really what threw me.
Well, I mean, you obviously struggle because, obviously, as we all know, you actually can't read. What book did you do in English, by the way? Was it Of Mice and Men?
Yeah, we did Of Mice and Men. I really liked it.
Yeah, the thick kids in our school.
Well, it turns out that what I discovered in the literature exam is that I could write about it for about an hour, but then in the 2 hours that remained, I read the whole book. It was just like... It got to the end and I was like, oh shit, I've run out of time.
We did To Kill a Mockingbird, and that's my dad's favourite book, so I sort of knew bits of it, and I really enjoyed doing that. That's how I think I discovered I liked talking about films and shit, just because we were doing it in English. And I was like, no, if you did this for film, it would be more fun. And then I studied it.
and like the ramp up time would be shorter because you just have to watch a film.
Which, for this instance, actually took just shy of 2 hours? Or was it just over 2 hours? Just shy of 2 hours.
I felt like a little bit longer.
See, I didn't... Okay, we'll get into the Duellists in a sec. First, we need to discuss Ridley Scott.
What's he ever done?
Yeah, not much. He doesn't do a lot. You know, he's never changed the face of science fiction cinema twice. He's not done that.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've already talked about the sequel to one of his films.
We have. Oh my god, yeah, he popped up. Well, he didn't really pop up, but Alien 3, which, was all right. It's absolutely fine. Nothing amazing. It was all right. But Fincher took his name off it, didn't he? That was it.
Yeah. I don't think. Did we talk about? We didn't talk about that in the podcast. Or did we?
Yeah, we did.
Ah, cool, good.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did. So, what of Ridley Scott's films have you seen other than? Because for me, it's surprisingly few.
I just need to
Would you like me to read out the list for you?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, so the Duellists you have seen, I hope.
Yeah.
Alien?
Yes.
Yes, I have seen Alien. Blade Runner?
Maybe.
Blade Runner's his third film. That's mad.
Well, Alien's his second film.
That's a pretty good second
yeah.
bite of the
See,
cherry,
I can't remember if I've seen Alien or if I Blade Runner. I might have seen it.
They are quite different.
Or I might have fallen asleep.
Oh, well, knowing you as I do, I know what my money's on. Legend. Have you seen Legend?
What is it?
Tom Cruise. It's like a fantasy thing. I think Tim Curry plays the devil.
No.
I do want to watch that. Someone to watch over me. Never heard of it. Black Rain.
No, because it sounds racist.
Thelma and Louise.
No.
Oh, me neither. 1492. Conquest of Paradise. Jesus Christ.
I mean, it's a catchy title, but no.
Don't roll off the okay, White Squall, no. G.I. Jane, no. Here we go. Gladiator.
I was not entertained. I have seen it.
That was terrible. Hannibal. I've not seen Hannibal.
Is that what I think it is? Is that?
It is actually the Hannibal. It's the sequel to Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Have you? I've actually not.
I've seen all of the Silence of the Lambs, Hannibal, Red Dragon, the TV show, which was superior.
Definitely, that's my favourite. Obviously, they've not done Silence of the Lambs things, have they?
No, I think that's what I liked is that they kind of went, "Oh, now you know what happens." And it was cool because they didn't retread it. But
well, I think it was something slightly complicated. I think that the rights to Silence of the Lambs are not owned by whoever it is that owns the rights to Hannibal and Red Dragon. So that's why the TV show went down the route of following those stories. But apparently, that over the past couple of years, there's been rumours of Series 4 of Hannibal, isn't there? So I wonder if they might have hashed out a way of doing Silence of the Lambs or something. So I've got my fingers crossed because I love Hannibal.
Yeah, that TV show was incredible. I can't believe it took you so long to finish it. Have you finished it?
Oh yeah, I finished it.
Ah, good. It took you like a year to finish that.
It really did. Black Hawk Down. Seen that?
Yes, probably.
I've not seen that. Matchstick Men.
No.
Kingdom of Heaven.
I watched that this year.
I saw it last year on holiday. It was shit.
No, genuinely, I really like it.
I'm not a massive fan.
It's fine. It has Jamie Lannister in it. That's cool.
It?
Yeah.
Oh.
He's a cunt. And then he dies.
That's... Yeah.
It's much simpler than his 10 years in Game of Thrones, because they just go very quickly in Kingdom of Heaven, establish that guy's a bit of a bellend and then he dies.
Cool. Nice and easy. A good year.
Is that about tyres?
It's not. I'm assuming you've not seen that. American Gangster.
No, I don't think. I think it was one of those ones that I kept meant to watch.
The Body of Lies.
Yes.
Robin Hood.
Maybe. Which Robin Hood is that?
The Russell Crowe one.
Nope.
Prometheus.
No.
I think I saw Prometheus before I saw Alien.
That makes sense. It's a prequel, isn't it?
I think that might be why I didn't really understand it.
Well, I thought it's a prequel to Alien.
It is a prequel, but it answers questions that are set up in Alien.
Right, that's confusing as fuck.
Yeah. The Counselor.
Nope.
Exodus, Gods and Kings.
Oh, is that the one in ancient Egypt that's got a lot of white people in it?
I think it might be.
Then I've seen the end of it.
The Martian. That's a banger.
I haven't seen it.
The Martian is brilliant. Alien Covenant.
Nope.
All the Money in the World.
Nope.
Which you'll remember as being right at the centre of the scandal with Kevin Spacey, and they edited him out of it. Remember that?
Nope.
Okay.
I remember the scandal. I don't remember that he was going to be in a film.
It was like the week before, like a couple of, it was a little bit before the.
Oh, is that the one that got delayed so they could edit him out?
Yeah, so they put Christopher Plummer in there instead. It did not perform that well at the box office. Its budget was 50 million and it made 25 million. That's gross.
Something. No, that's US gross. Worldwide, it made 56.
Slightly better. That's still not good though. That's not brilliant money. So
no, especially if you look at the rest of his films. Actually, no. To be fair, wait, no. Yeah, it's 630 million. Yeah, so he's made some good money.
I'm just looking at a chart of his recurring collaborators here. There's one. There's a whole bunch of names. One sticks out at me because it appears 14 times. So I just quickly highlighted over who this actress was. It's his wife. She's been in 14 of his films.
Does make a lot of sense.
His next most frequent collaborator is Russell Crowe with 5. So, but yeah, okay. The Duellists. So this is his first film. As you said, we're in France.
Around the time of Napoleon.
Around the time
when all of the French people had very upper-class British accents.
And with a twang of American because of Harvey Keitel.
Yeah. When I started watching it, I was like, I don't think this is going to be that much of a problem for me. And then it was. It really took me out of the film. I was like, because they're saying like, oh, you're not loyal to Napoleon. I'm like, you're not French. Why would you expect him to be?
It is very, very difficult. Like when you've got, a story from a non-English speaking country, but then it's adapted for English. It's always a bit of a weird.
Yeah, and what I find weird is that if you say it, if it's like a film or like a game like Assassin's Creed, where I'm just thinking because it's the first one that came to my head because I'm just like been playing it, and that's set in ancient Greece. They all talk English, and that doesn't bother me. and I don't know why this does.
Perhaps if you liked the film a bit more, I reckon you'd probably be a bit more forgiving. But because I think I think you think
That's the
it's
thing.
pretty
I've been
dull.
thinking about it, and I don't hate the story.
Yeah.
I think that there was just a point where I was like, you could have done something more interesting for like the third act, I think. But we'll get to that, I'm sure.
Okay, so who have we got? We've got Gabriel Farrow, who's played by Harvey Keitel, and at the start of the film, he nearly kills the nephew of the mayor in a city. Lieutenant Dubert, who's played by Keith Carradine, who's our hero, I suppose, he's sent to arrest him. And I think what the guy who sends him off to arrest him doesn't realise is that these two have been feuding.
I thought their feud started. That's how their feud starts.
Oh, I thought it was they'd been feuding for ages.
So that's the thing, because that's why I think
Perhaps I've got that wrong then.
the first couple acts of the film are really good, because it's just
them meeting.
these two guys meeting, like Farad being like, fucking, who are you to place? I think it's because they're the same rank in the army. I think that's why he's sort of like, well, fuck you. Who are you to tell me what to do? And then I think that's the whole start of this whole feud that goes on for the rest of their lives.
Right, okay. Oh, that's annoying, because, okay, well, in my head, this is a much more interesting story, because I thought it was these two know each other from, like, previous years' service.
Yeah, I find it interesting that it's... The through line that I find interesting is the fact that their duel starts as something so petty,
but then becomes this
massive thing, but by the end of the film, they don't know why why it started.
Yeah, I bet they couldn't even remember. I bet if you said it right, why they go, we don't know. We just do this.
I think there's a point in the film that they are trying. One of them's trying to explain it to someone else, and they're just like, "I don't understand it." He's like, "Fuck it, no, it's just fighting."
So yeah, so basically it's a series of set pieces, isn't it? I mean, there's about 4 or 5 time jumps. So where you see the two characters sort of crossing each other's paths, and each time they do, there's a duel. I really like the one where they have the fight, and then he goes, it's interrupted for some reason. Okay, next time we're doing it with pistols. This is getting more. And I thought, is this going to get to the point where he's going, right, cannon, just grab a cannon.
Right, next time we're going to do this with armies. Yeah, I like the fact that every time they duel, it escalates.
Yeah,
because it starts off with like
the little foils, isn't it, like fencing?
Yeah,
foils.
And then they're just like, oh, cool. Now
Heavy
cavalry sabers,
yeah.
And then, oh, cool. I think they joust at one point, or have a mounted duel.
They charge it. That sequence was incredible, because you can see how nervous Hubert is, because he's like shaking as he's charging. But it's intercut, like, so you've got the scenes of them getting ready are intercut with the scenes of them charging, so it sort of jumps back and forth in time. I thought that was brilliant. I really enjoyed that part. The editing was amazing there.
Yeah. What I think the film didn't do a good job of explaining is like all the historical stuff around dueling and how it wasn't. The thing I can never remember is if it was legal to duel or if it was still just very much like an honour thing. And I don't think, because he was put under arrest purely for dueling.
Yeah.
Which makes it seem like a crime, but I think it was maybe... It must have been something like just who the person who was dueling was.
That's what I think it is that it's because he was related to someone who's in an authoritative position. That's why the army were like, right, we can't actually have this because it's ridiculous.
Yeah, because one point to her is like he's just like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm a captain now. Bitch can't touch me.
Yeah, that's it. Like he's so relieved when he tells that he's been told he's promoted to captain, because, like you say, that you can't duel someone in
a different rank
if they're of a superior rank.
Yeah. The thing that the one that I felt should have changed something, and maybe because the thing I don't like is it was just sort of like this grudge match that ended, and it was sort of like, well, yes, that's the end. But I don't know. I thought maybe it would just be more interesting if, you know, when there's a duel where they're fighting in Russia.
That, yeah, I knew you were going to say. I really liked that entire sequence in Russia was brilliant.
And it's just like, ha, we're dueling, and it's like, ah, fuck, Russians.
And then they start working together.
Yeah,
and fighting
and I was
together.
like, why at that point could nothing change?
But
and maybe
I like
something
that it doesn't. Like, this feud is bigger than them. Like, because even though they're like, oh, okay, we've actually helped each other out, they're still like, no, we're still committed to having this. And I think it's more Thoreau than it is Hubert.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
I feel like if Thoreau went, right, let's pack it in, Hubert would not be like, absolutely not, we're finishing this fight. He'd be like, yeah, definitely, it's absolutely fine.
Yeah. I think, actually, no, the most interesting part is where Mayboy gets the other one out of prison. Where
Which
he...
is?
After...
Is that quite early on?
No, it's really late on. It's like before the... Sort of like the prelude to the final duel. So it's like after Napoleon's defeated...
Oh, he gets him to live...
Yeah, one joins Louis and the other one just goes, nah, fuck it, and is off to be executed. But then it's weird because it's the one that, like, who isn't super into this whole like dueling thing, but is, yeah, whatever his fucking name is. I'm saying it like English because they was talking like English.
Alright, De Hubert.
De Hubbard. Yeah, gets his adversary out of prison, which is weird. And then he's just like, yeah, but don't fucking tell him. So obviously he seeks him out to duel with pistols.
What did you think of the last fight then? Because I thought that ended in quite an interesting way. The resolution is like, he doesn't kill him.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that he doesn't kill him, I was like, oh yeah, alright, didn't see that coming. But I felt like the final duel was a bit, I don't know, drawn out. Like, I know it's like the climax of the film and everything, but they only had 2 shots and it took a long time to shoot them.
I don't know, I liked it. I really liked it because I think it's not about the action. It's not about them having this epic duel. It's the resolution of it afterwards. He realises that because Thoreau's been beaten, and Dubert says, right, when you see me, you are a dead man, so you can't react, you can't do anything. And he realises that, like, without this obsession, without having this ongoing duel, it's the only thing that's been driving him over the past however many years it's been. So then suddenly he loses that, and that's the bit where you get the scene of him staring at the river, like contemplating what his life is now that he can't do the thing that he's obsessed with doing.
Yeah, well, I imagine because he's probably got quite a lot of other duels and rivalries going on apart from this main one.
He goes, I'll just go and do that.
Yeah. Just looking at the river like, how do I get to all these other people?
I sent you a message saying it reminded me of The Prestige, which you've not seen, which is a shame, but it's very, very similar. So The Prestige is these 2 feuding magicians, but I think the only difference you've got here is
that they're magicians.
Well, that, and in The Prestige they start out as equals, like they start out being tutored by the same ingénieur, who's the person who comes up with all the tricks, who's Michael Caine, and they're sort of friendly with each other at the start, and then there's this one trick, and this rivalry just like this does it, just escalates and escalates, and they start doing horrible shit to each other. And it is. I wouldn't be surprised to find that Christopher Nolan saw this and thought, right, we'll take in at least some influence from that. Something else I found was amazing is that the short story that this is based on was written by Joseph Conrad, who also wrote Hearts of Darkness, which Francis Ford Coppola later adapted into Apocalypse Now, which is one of my favourite films.
Ah.
So yeah, I thought that was a nice little
addition for you.
Circle. But yeah, overall, because I finished it and I thought, that wasn't all that. But the more I thought about it, I was like, no, I really enjoyed that. I really did like it.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think there was just points I was just like, I don't care. Which, I mean, it's going to happen. There are going to be films that... I guess it's just when I see a film set in like that sort of time period, I'm like, yay, fighting.
I suppose something else.
And this tried to force story on me.
Well, to that end, I think the way that it delivers its story isn't particularly effective. It's a lot of people standing around in rooms talking, saying, "This is what the plot is. This is what's happened. The army is over here, and now all the people are loyal to and it's just people talking, and that's not necessarily the most cinematic."
Yeah, I mean, I think you show me one big battle and I'm like, yeah, I'm in. I mean, to be fair, the final duel takes place is a awesome location for it to happen.
Oh yeah, that ruined chateau. I really liked it, like a lot.
Which is weird, because I always thought you take 10 paces in a duel, and these guys must have some fucking long legs.
What did you guys tell him to? Yeah, I really liked it. You did not.
I mean, I wouldn't watch it again. Which is weird, because this is the first film that I've rented rather than bought. And
that's lucky.
Pretty glad that it's no longer anything to do with me.
I think that wraps it up for the Duellists.
Yeah, I want to watch Whip It again.
Oh, okay, it's great. There's a slight change to what we had planned, because a slight technical fault. You told me that the film that I have listed doesn't actually exist anywhere. So the next episode of Co-Directors will be a mystery director.
Oh, well, you're a film student. You know directors. Just pick one.
Yeah, well, that's sort of how I came up with the list of them.
Yeah, no, but pick one right fucking now.
No, because I'll just pick the wrong one.
Taika Waititi.
I nearly picked one that I just looked down the list and realised it's the one after. So yeah, it'll be a surprise.
Taika Waititi.
It's going to be a surprise.
It's going to be Taika Waititi.
It's a surprise. I'm going. Goodbye.
Surprise, it's Taika. What about co-pilots? Oh well. Yeah, we're doing co-pilots as well. Yeah, it's, War Remains and Broadchurch. Yeah, it's going to be great. Bye.